Good morning grade 6. Welcome back to grade 6 mathematics class. Hope you all are doing great today. Let's learn about circles today. So what is a circle? We can say a circle is a simple closed curve. Is it a polygon? No, it is not. Why? Because it is not made up of straight line segments and hence it is not a polygon. Now how do you define a circle in mathematical terms? Let's see. A circle is a two-dimensional figure formed by a set of points that are at a constant or fixed distance, which will be the radius, from a fixed point, which is the center, in the plane. Let's see that again. A circle is a two-dimensional figure formed by a set of points that are at a constant or fixed distance from a fixed point in the plane. The fixed point is called the origin or the center of the circle, and the fixed distance of the points from the origin is called the radius. Let's see a figure and make it more clear. Look at this picture here. There is a circle and you can see here it is the center or origin of the circle. Now do you see this straight line segment that connects the center to a point on the circle, on the outline or the boundary of the circle? That is called the radius of the circle. So it is the distance from the center of a circle to any point on the outside or the boundary of the circle. Now here you can see a straight line segment which is passing through the center and it connects two opposite points on the outline or on the boundary of the circle. That's called the diameter of the circle. So here you can see a radius of the circle. That is the distance from the center to a point on the boundary of the circle. So let's represent this radius by the letter R. Now, this distance is also the radius, the distance from the center and to this point on the boundary. So that will also be R. Why? Because all the points on the boundary of a circle will be at the same distance from the center of the circle. So if this is R, the radius, this will also be R. Now, let this be point P. Let this be point Q. So line segment PQ is a diameter of the circle. Now what is the length of the diameter or what is the length of this line segment PQ? You can see this distance is R and this distance is also R. So the total length of the diameter or the total length of this line segment PQ will be equal to R plus R. That is equal to 2R. So we can say the diameter of a circle will be equal to 2 times the radius, or we can write the diameter D is equal to 2 times R, where R is the radius of the circle. Now a circle is usually measured in terms of its radius. The plural of radius is called radii, and we can mark any number of radii and any number of diameters in a circle. Now let's see a few more parts of the circle. Look at this picture here. Here we can see the circle. There is the center or the origin C. PQ is a diameter of the circle. The line segment PQ passes through the center of the circle and it connects the points P and Q which are on the boundary of the circle. You see the perimeter or the distance of the boundary of a circle is called its circumference. So you can say the points P and Q are on the circumference of the circle. Now, here you can see the line segment CR which represents a radius of the circle. So CQ is another radius of the circle. So there is a shaded region which you can see here enclosed by the radii CQ and CR and a portion of the circumference of the circle. And a portion or a part of the circumference of the circle is called an arc of a circle. So this region, that is the region enclosed by radius CQ, radius CR and this arc, this region is called a sector of the circle. So you can see only a portion of the circle is shaded here. So this sector here, this is a minor sector of this circle, and the remaining portion or the remaining region of the circle is called the major sector of the circle. Now we can see a line segment AB here which is in the interior of the circle. This line segment AB connects the point A and point B on the circle. So this line segment, which is in the interior of the circle and it connects 2 points on the boundary of the circle, this line is called a chord of the circle. So a chord is a line segment that joins 2 points which are on the circumference of a circle and it lies in the interior of the circle. And you see this shaded portion here, this region enclosed by this chord and an arc of this circle is called a segment of this circle. So you can see this line segment AB or this chord AB divides this circle into 2 unequal parts. So there is this segment and the remaining part of the circle. You see this segment here, this is a minor segment of the circle and the remaining portion of the circle is called a major segment of the circle. You see the diameter PQ, it divides the circle into 2 equal parts and the diameter divides the circle into 2 semicircles. Now, there is a line that passes through 2 points on the boundary of the circle here. This line MN. It goes through the circle, through the interior of the circle and intersects the circle at points M and point N. Such a line is called a secant of the circle. So a secant is a line that passes through the interior of a circle and intersects the circle at 2 points which are on the boundary of the circle. Now you see there is a line here which is on the exterior of the circle but it touches the circle at a particular point. Such a line is called a tangent of the circle. So a tangent is a line which is on the exterior of the circle but touches the circle at a particular point. So here we can see a point X which is marked in the interior of the circle and here there is a point Y which is on the exterior of the circle. So let's see these details once again. The perimeter or the distance of the boundary of a circle is called its circumference. A part of the circumference is called an arc of a circle. The distance from the center of the circle to any point on its boundary is called its radius. The line segment that passes through the center of a circle and connecting 2 opposite points on the boundary of a circle is called its diameter and the diameter will be equal to 2 times the radius of the circle. Now, the region enclosed by 2 radii of a circle and an arc of the circle is called a sector. So this is a minor sector, the remaining portion is the major sector of the circle. Now you can see a line segment AB that is in the interior of the circle and connects 2 points on the boundary of the circle. That line segment is called a chord of the circle and in any circle the longest chord will be its diameter. You take the case of any circle, the longest chord which you can draw inside a circle will be its diameter. The region enclosed by a chord of the circle and an arc of the circle is called a segment. So this is a minor segment, the remaining portion of the circle is called the major segment. Now we can see a line passes through the interior of the circle and it intersects at 2 points on the boundary of the circle. Such a line is called a secant. Now a line which is on the exterior of the circle but touching the circle at a particular point, that's called a tangent of the circle. So children, I hope these details are clear to you. You may please go through the topic once again which is given from page number 169 of your textbook. So once you have gone through that, you will be ready to work out the questions from exercise 11.6. Complete all the questions from the exercise and you can also see a question based on value education and life skills given after the exercise. Go through the same as well. There is a horse exercise given within the same page. Go through that and do accordingly. Please go through a maths lab activity and maths around us and also the highlights given in the textbook. So that's all for today children. I hope all the concepts and the exercise we discussed in this chapter are clear to you. Go through the concepts and exercise once again and we'll discuss the questions from revision time exercise in the next class. So see you all in the next class. Till then, bye.